Hi everyone. So I wanted in this video to talk about some of the trades that I've placed in March on the GTT, which is good till triggered functionality, which is available on Zerodha. The reason for making this video is just to tell you how I am doing my trades, as it may be helpful for others who watch this video. It's not about specific trades, which is why I've blanked out the instrument. So basically at around 10 in the morning, and maybe some I placed at 8 or whatever, and some I placed yesterday or a couple of days ago, I kind of placed these trades onto the GTT platform. So the trades are broken into three buckets, which are the call orders. So these are stocks that I own, and I'm placing a call on those stocks. I'm writing a call. So like, let's take the first stock. So I put the trigger price at 114.05, which basically means my limit will be about 114. And just now it's trading at 103.7. The quantity of stocks is 750. And the distance from the trigger is 9.98. So the stock has to go up by that much amount if I am going to, the option has to go up by that much amount if I'm going to be able to execute the option. Now I will keep monitoring these depending on the market and so on and so forth. So at some point in time, I will hopefully get some executions. And after that, I won't have to monitor, because then I'll have to only see it towards the end, because I'm not a trader. I kind of buy and hold, and I basically cover the options on almost the last day. So as people who trade options know, that the margins go up quite substantially, but I have a lot of margin cushion. So margin is not really a problem for me. Okay, so this kind of explains that, like, I have about 5 stocks where options are available, and I am putting these various triggers. I've also chosen the kind of strike prices, and I have in some cases chosen trigger prices which are very far away from the current trading price. Like here, it's almost 94% away. That's because for this particular stock, I expect the prices to rise, and therefore I expect the price to come closer. If they don't and it doesn't execute, I may change my views. Also, I may change the strikes and things like that, but this is my initial construct as I look at this. Now, my put orders are on stocks that I want to buy, and I have some cash sitting around. So if you look at this cash required, I will need about 75 lakhs if all my buy orders and put orders get executed, and the prices fall on the puts such that I have to buy the stock. So I know that I have enough cash. Then the other thing on the options that I've calculated is the put notional. So how much is um, the strike price multiplied by the quantity of shares? So that's called the notional. And then I have calculated the premium that I would get if all these executed at these prices, which is 4,55,296. And then I've calculated the yield on the put notional, which is 1.42%. So as you can see, I'm not going for very aggressive kind of yields, because all I want to do is make supplemental income from these stocks. And once I've actually put all my money to work, which I want to, then all these puts will become unnecessary, and I will be only doing calls. And I also won't have straight buy orders. Now, the straight buy orders, you can see there are 4, and the puts, there are 3. That's because these 4 that I want to buy do not have options on them. But I like the stocks, so I've just done straight orders. And you can see that they're roughly 10% or so below the current price. So I'm basically saying that I'm willing to be patient. And if the market falls, though I can never time it exactly, I just want to try and get a good entry level. So that is my strategy for straight buys. And on the puts also, you can see it's more or less 10%. So on the puts, if the stock doesn't fall, the market rises, then I'm going to pocket the premium. But in the straight buy cases, I will not get any premium because I can't write puts on that. So that's about it. Hopefully, some of this was useful for you. And so I think before I end, I just want to tell you that there is no free lunch, right? So if I'm getting like this 5 lakhs or 4.5 lakhs for writing these puts, then what is the risk that I'm taking? So the risk that I'm taking is that let's look at, say, one of the stocks here. Now, if, say, the price that I wrote the call on was, say, 1,000 rupees. And suppose the stock went up and it went up to 1,100 rupees. Then I would, to close that option, unless I wanted to get rid of the stock, I would have to pay the 100 rupees, which is the difference. So I may have got some money when I sold the call, but the cost to close may be greater than that. So I'll have a loss. Now, if I do not, if I'm ready to part with that stock at that price, which I wrote the covered call on, then that's fine. Then there is only a notional loss because I anyway wanted to get rid of the stock and I wrote this thing. So I got the strike price plus the premium that I got, which is then kind of a happy outcome. Now, the downside on the puts, where I've done a cash covered put, is that suppose this stock does not fall. So I'm not going to own the stock, I'll pocket the premium. But if the stock keeps rising, then I've missed out on all that rise of the stock. Right? So you've got to understand this that as to what are the pluses and minuses of following an option strategy. But on the balance, if you understand it, you try it out with small amounts, read up on it, then it could be a great way to make some supplemental income on your portfolio, which can be quite large. So as a retired person, I have no direct income or pension anymore. So this is a good way to supplement my dividend income and get quite a lot of substantial income by writing calls, like covered calls or cash covered puts. Thank you.